Hello and welcome to another Mine vs Craft video. Now in this video I'll be reading to you chapter 2 of the Realm backstory, the survival of the arrival. Now you guys really seem to enjoy the last video of this kind, so without further ado, let's get into it. I hope you enjoy the background footage, I hope you enjoy the story, and be sure to check out my other videos. Chapter 2, the survival of the arrival. Crash! Bang! Wallop! The alien ship crash-landed. There were screams and bangs as the shockwave spread through the oud-Raza town, destroying the church among many other things. Many were unconscious, some were dead. Those away from the city or underground at the time rushed back to see a dust cloud form around the rubble. The Wind Weavers united and used their abilities to save people from the fallen buildings. The water workers controlled the water from the canal, beckoning it towards the crash site, trying to put out the fires and uncover the intruders. The oud-Raza were standing next to the crater, ready to do whatever necessary. As the dust cloud disappeared, shapes could be seen limping towards them, coughing as if plagued by a zombie invasion. Suddenly, a call was heard from the ship. Despite being in a strange, unidentified language, the oud-Raza understood it as surrender. Despite this, the oud-Raza were filled with anger and ready to fire. However, just before a young soldier could pull his trigger and release his rage on the aliens, the bedrock god spoke as a distant, yet loud, booming voice echoing across the land. "Do not fire!" At once, everyone dropped their weapons, showing that they meant no harm. The aliens realized they were safe. Many collapsed. The injured were rushed to a hospital on the outskirts of the city, just outside the blast radius. The dead were buried in the crater, where the very thing that killed them still stood. The members of the oud-Raza rushed to where their headquarters once stood, now a pile of scrap. Using their powers to clear the place up, it became clear that all but the underground quarters had been lost. Rushing to the meeting room, they discussed their course of action. Although not in charge of the race, the oud-Raza were very well respected for their heroism, and often made important decisions or advised the government. oud-Raza and her best friend, Cultus, had calmed themselves through meditation and peace of mind. Nimivitz, the somewhat overlooked member, was ecstatic about the arrival of the new species, eager to learn more and cooperate with them. Stultus, the only man of the group and oud-Raza's boyfriend, was furious. He had not yet forgiven them for the destruction they caused, and would not accept them into his home. It took the combined efforts of the others to calm him down, but even then he still felt enraged at the intruders. After a few weeks, the casualties had been counted, and the injured had been healed. The alien leader had found a way to communicate with the oud-Raza Prime Minister through a translator droid belonging to the aliens that had been hastily programmed to allow discussion with the oud-Raza. The Prime Minister was a gentle man, but a good leader. Despite this, his position was being debated, as another potential leader, a stern, authoritative man, was gaining a following due to the rising security concerns caused by the destruction of the crash. Aliens and oud-Raza got along quite well, despite difficulties communicating, and both species were entranced by the other's abilities. The aliens proudly showcased their advanced technology, guns that turned any living organism into stone, straps that could go around one's wrist, which allows for communication and much more. The aliens claimed to have many more inventions, but very little gear survived the crash. The oud-Raza displayed their powers in a fabulous display by the oud-Raza, their ancient martial arts technique bedazzling their foreign friends. Progress would be made at a rate never before seen. Both species would work together to rebuild the town astonishingly fast. Although only a fraction of its former beauty, the place was rebuilt, creating the town we know today. Unfortunately, another great issue was soon to arrive. So, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And let me know what kind of videos you'd like to see in the comments down below. Thank you, and goodbye.